The Hybrid Reverb Pro combines the best of both worlds, convolution and algorithmic reverberation. Some audio examples in this video are mixed in 5.1, so let's check your setup quickly. You should hear my voice in the left speaker, now in the right speaker, in the center speaker, in the left rear speaker, and in the right rear speaker. The safest way to go is to download the HD version of this video from our website and play it back on a surround-capable video player like the VLC player. Of course, the videos will also work on a stereo setup, but you might miss some of the panning, as you will hear a down mix of the surround version. Let's check out the Hybrid Reverb Pro with another recording in the Synchron stage, the dry surround mix, no additional processing. Let's switch through the presets as well, and I will bypass the reverb from time to time for comparison. And we'll start with a true surround reverb preset. The concert hall is first. Loading the opera hall. And now let's listen to the convolution signal exclusively. We will mute the algorithmic reverb tail and the dry signal in the master section. And now, just the algorithmic reverb. And now mixing both reverb parts to get a feeling for it. A very cool feature to compare different presets is the lock that keeps the dry, wet and mute settings when comparing different presets. With the scoring stage preset, we will look at the available envelopes for the impulse responses. You can see the loaded impulse response files in the impulse window of the convolution reverb section. Click on the impulse name to load a different impulse response file. Gain lets you adjust the volume for each impulse. Click the colored impulse buttons and you will see the corresponding impulse displayed in the waveform display below, with freely adjustable gain, low pass, high pass, and decorrelation envelopes. You can change the length of each impulse file by resampling it. Start moves the starting point of the impulse response samples. End moves the end point of the impulse response sample. This can be a nice touch for special effects. A right-click in the impulse window brings up the context menu, which lets you reset the selected envelope, reset all envelopes, reverse the selected envelope and automatically adjust the visible part of the envelope with auto time. Let's load the Stone Church preset. And now we'll click All to apply envelopes to all loaded impulses. And you will also see a 3-band EQ to fine-tune the impulse response files. You can now also set a pre-delay to the convolution reverb, and you can normalize the impulse gain of all impulses. A pre-delay will produce a slapback sound like this. As all factory impulses were created with 8 channels, you can assign these channels freely in the routing matrix window. If you'd like to use your own impulse responses, our presets will give you a good orientation for this task. In this True Surround preset, you can see that the LFE channel is not used for convolution reverberation at all. Now let's get to the algorithmic reverb section of the hybrid reverb. We will stay with the wet signal, and let's mute the convolution reverb for now. With the algorithmic reverb tail, you can adjust the decay time, as well as the size of the room and the shape of the room. As the convolution reverb usually takes care of the initial early response reverberation, we will set a pre-delay that defines the amount of time between the dry signal and the onset of the algorithmic reverberation in milliseconds. With a higher pre-delay setting and the dry signal activated, you will hear that the algorithmic reverb kicks in much later. The pre-delay shape applies an offset to the speakers in the rear. Set to 100%, you will get an additional 30% of the pre-delay setting applied to the rearmost channels. In our case, with 50 milliseconds, this would be around 17 milliseconds additional delay for the rear speakers. The feed slider lets you feed the convolution signal into the algorithmic reverb section, producing a nice blend of the two reverberation signals. You also get high frequency damping of the feedback path with the damping knob. And the brick wall low-pass filter gives you another angle to influence the color of the algorithmic reverberation. Finally, a 3-band EQ that is applied to the dry feed of the algorithmic section completes the picture. The Exciter Pro adds that glowing sound to your mixes, creating higher order harmonics from the fundamental frequency signals present in your recording. This plugin is really easy to use and comes with a high-frequency FFT spectrum analyzer to monitor the results. Drive defines the level of distortion added by the Exciter Pro. Frequency sets the cutoff frequency for the Exciter Pro to take effect. Color changes the musical coloration of the signal 0% means that you will add even harmonics to your signal. Amount adjusts the mix between unprocessed signal and the generated overtones, much like a sand gem. There's not much to add to the Exciter Pro, just one advice. Be aware not to put too much sugar on top of your mix.